Hi guys, welcome back to Adventure 365, the channel that's going places. It's finally reached that point. We are going to fit Beryl's winch bumper and winch, namely a Terrafirma winch bumper and a Terrafirma winch, and I'm dying to get this box open. I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, this has been sitting in the workshop for nearly a week and I've not opened it. Now this winch bumper came from Maltings Off-Road. Oh, it's a box inside a box. Right, okay. It's going to be like one of them Russian dolls, isn't it? It's going to be about that big by the time I'm finished. Now I have opened the winch bumper. Told you, it's going to end up like one of those Russian dolls. There's going to be nothing in here, I tell you. Oh no, there's a winch in there. Oh wow. That already looks nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. God, that's heavy. Actually, it's not too bad. Wow, that's pretty. Right. Let's put that to one side. What else do we get in there? A Terrafirma winch plate, or I'll come to in a moment what they're called. You're already shouting at the screen going, I know what they're called. Winch controller. And the control box. It comes with batteries, so there must be a remote somewhere. Yep, there it is, there's the remote. Oh, that's nice too. In, out, it even tells you which way it goes, on, off. So there's an on, off and an in and out. Look at that. You don't need to fit an isolator, you can actually turn the whole thing off. Right, I'll see if there's any instructions in here, but I'm assuming it's fairly standard like most winches. 2 lives, power in, power out, and earth. So yeah, we're pretty good on most of that. Ooh, more stuff. Recovery hook. That'll be the lanyard for the remote. That's for hooking around the winch hook to pull it out. There's the missing earth strap. Fixing bolts. And the all-important instructions. Right, I'm going to have a look at the instructions and then we'll get the bumper out. Right, now we've got that out of the box. We'll get this one out. Now I've actually had this one open. So we'll destroy the box. This is a Terrafirma heavy duty commercial bumper. And what makes it heavy duty is it's got the extra brackets on the back here to bolt further down the chassis. And this is a really nice looking bumper. It's really awkward because if I do that you can't see it. So the first thing to do is get this unwrapped and get it on the front of the truck. Now I think I'm going to have to back the truck out the workshop. That's going to be fun because I'm going to have to let the tyres down. Shiny things. Well, at least I know the other thing is, I know the winch is going to fit because it's made by the same manufacturer. Well, we hope. That's a nice looking bumper. It's nice and slimline, it's not too big. That's what we wanted. A couple of recovery eyes built into it. That'll do the job for us. But I can't wait to see this winch on. So fixing this bumper. I've got some of the Brit part updated mounting brackets. Now if you haven't seen these before, rather than the old ones used to be a spring, almost like a sprung piece of metal with a bolt in it. It was a pain in the arse because it kept dropping out. So these are the updated version, and it literally just locates in there. Once I clear that crap out of there, it will locate in. So that way you don't have to mess around with the stupid springs like the ones, like the previous ones. And these are just 10mm plate that's been threaded. Much better. Okay, moment of truth. It fits like a glove. Oh wow, Beryl's got a front. It's only taken 16 months. Wow, that looks amazing. And that fits really nice. That. Oh yeah. Okay, first job, bolt this on. It's a bit fiddly because with the aircon front end on, everything's a bit in the way. I know there's holes in there somewhere. Whoa, don't you do that on me. There we go. That'll stop it dropping off. Oh, the other thing about these Britpart bolts is they come with nice black plastic caps to go over the tops of the nuts. So everything matches. Right, I'm going to bolt this in and we'll come back once I've finished crying, because it's probably going to take me hours. Well, after pissing around for probably about half an hour trying to get these to start, something we have realised is that, especially on that side, and I'm not too sure about this one yet, these are stamped and drilled and tapped, but you get halfway down them, and now that one's not too bad, but the other one, the bird, they're almost tapered. You can get the bolt so far in and then it just locks up. So when you're trying to start them by hand, you've got no chance. So just run a tap through them before you actually put them in. It's going to save you a lot of trouble. See what this one's like. Oh, that one's okay. And that's what we found on the other side. One was good, one was bad. So whether the machine that makes them's got a worn tap on it, I don't know. But yeah, just save yourself some trouble. Put a tap through it. Right, more fun. Right, it's all in, guys. That's nice and solid now. Like I said, the only problem we had was having to re-tap those bolt holes. But the rest of it all lined up. Like I said, this is a heavy duty commercial bumper, so it's got these extensions that go further back. So it's not just relying on the 2 bolts that go through the chassis, it's bolted further back. Hello Ted, you come to inspect? Land Rover Ted. No? Oh, he's not happy. So yeah, up to you. I recommend this bumper. It fits perfectly. And it's nice. It's not too heavy, but it's solid enough to do what we need it to do. Because like I said, this isn't an off-roader, it's an overlander. And this winch is just for that day when you do get stuck, and we probably will get stuck. We're going to need it. So yeah, next job, put the winch in. So there's a little bit of gravity in this winch. Ooh, that's going to look nice. That's nearly as nice as the Black Series, and Mark will know what I'm on about. It's nicer than that one, Mark. Well, now we've got the winch bumper on, we can actually get the winch itself assembled. I'll just move my junk out of the way. You can actually assemble this in several different ways. They give you loads of bolt holes and stuff to do it. But we've actually got enough clearance to actually mount it all like that. So control box on the top, that's obviously facing the front of the vehicle. And we've just got to run that's the battery cable, that's got to go to the battery. And these are all colour coded, so red, yellow, that's obviously goes to that black one there. I didn't see the black bit, it was on a black background. So black, yellow, red, and that's your earth. So it's dead simple. You've got 4 wires, technically 2, but going to different places. You know what I mean. We'll start off by just working out where this is going to go. Oh, that's handy. The bolt holes already line up. Can you see that? So just go in like that. And then we just fasten it to the rest of the winch. And this is cool, it's got built-in LEDs. Built-in lights in a winch. How posh is that? Right, I need some tools. Well, a couple of minutes of head scratching, just working out how to put that plate on, which, yes, it's in shot for you, goes there, and then the controller goes on top. I'm trying to work out how to get the bolts in. The back plate just unscrews. So that'll go on, get this the right way round, that way, that'll be the outside. So that'll be the back of the controller. It just goes together like that. So just take the 4 screws out the back. Put the nuts and bolts up through. Can you see? Yes, you can see. And funnily enough, they supply exactly the right amount of nuts and bolts. Try not to throw them all over the floor. They're close. Ah, 3 really friendly nuts. Right, Ted's just come back. He's just been for a walk. Yeah, the only thing I'm having a bit of an issue with this winch is I don't think the cables are going to reach the battery. I think I'm going to have to get some extended cables, which is normal on a Defender because, you know, of where the battery's located. Ooh. I think I'll have to flip those bolts over or put that on the other side. I think I may have put that on the wrong side. I think it needs to go this side. That's typical, isn't it? Who was it who said in the comments the other day about Sod's Law? It can go wrong, it will go wrong. If you've got a 50-50 chance. You know which half of that you're getting. It's amazing, you get loads of clearance that side. Probably helps if you try to put it together the right way around. I was wondering why that didn't fit then. Now there is loads of combinations how you could put this together. And I'll throw that on the floor. Oh yeah, I think that'll do us. Right, now we've got that top plate on, we can connect up the wires, and like I said before, they're all colour coded, so red to red terminal, black to black terminal, yellow to yellow terminal, and that's given away by the plug, even though it is a black wire. And trust me, I've seen people with wired winches up and I've gone to look at them and it's like, no, they're on the wrong ones. They are colour coded and they've still got them wrong. In fact, I had a winch not long ago that was wired up backwards. When I spool this out, it actually runs in reverse. Oh. Just as a side note, when you're tightening these up, don't, and I mean really don't over tighten them. These brass terminals go straight to the windings on the motor. You turn them all the way round and they will snap clean off the windings. And then you wonder why your winch doesn't work. I think this is the hardest bit, trying to get the covers back on. I've had a hot air gun on them before now. There we go. That one doesn't want to play. Could be worse, it could be winter. You really don't want to go on then. And the next to last one. And the one you don't want to forget, this little guy here. That's the one that earths the switches in the relays. I think it earths the relays, or at least the switch anyway. I know if you don't put it on, it doesn't work. Well, there you go. That is pretty much all there is to wiring up the winch. This winch can go on the bumper now. So all I've got left to do is run these two, the live and the neutral, to the battery. And like I said, I don't think they're going to reach. I may have to get an extension kit or make an extension kit from the battery and join these up somewhere. I really don't want to join them. I'd much rather them be in one piece. And the other thing, I might put a battery isolator in as well, and I haven't got one in stock. So let's get this on the bumper and have a look what it looks like. I'm dying to see what it looks like. I might even just test it on a battery. Oh, it's warm today. I found a perfect use for this bumper. Bar. It's nice to have had a beer on the video. I've just chucked the fair lead on. I remember what it was called. It's a fair lead. We'll get there eventually. Oh man, that's good. So drop the winch in, bolt it in, 2 cables to the battery, and that's it, it's done. Like I say, I don't think these cables are going to reach. I think they're going to be too short. And I don't know, I really don't like joining winch cables. I'd rather just put 2 new cables in the right length. I've got the stuff to do it, but I haven't got any spare cable. So, you know, it's one of them, isn't it? Right, let's chuck it in anyway and get it bolted in place. I want to see what it looks like. We can test run it on a battery anyway, so let's pop them there. Oh, yep, it's still not any lighter. That's one of my bolts. There we go. Oh no, my bolt. 2 bolts. Let's try that again. Which one fell out? Tell a lie. 3 bolts. They all fell out. Oh, I not left myself enough room. Oh, there we go. Right, we need to feed that one down out of the way. Drop that one out of the way. We'll unspool that one in a minute. Ooh, that looks nice. That looks amazing. I love that. There's something quite satisfying about these, you know, finishing jobs, isn't there? When you start putting the winch on and getting the nice bits done after, well, with this truck, 16 months of work. Just cable tying these up out of the way so they don't get caught. Do you know, I think that'll do those. That might have helped if I'd actually got that one in the cable tie. Try again. Lovely. Let's bolt this winch in. Right, underneath, all you've got is 4 bolts to put in. So, you know, one there, one there, one there. And that's all you got to do. Get the winch square, put them in. Now, there was a reason I was showing you like that. I can't actually get my camera low enough to actually get under it and show you, so I thought I'd just show you that way. Once you've got the winch in, just line it up. There's a bit of movement in this one, so you can go left or right. There's not really much front and back, but just square it up. Just going to visually square it up and then bolt it in. Looks pretty good to me. Right, just tighten them up. Okay, I've just been and got a shackle. Actually, I can leave that on. I've just put that on there. See, Ted? Come here, Ted. What's up, Ted? Oh, what's this? What's that? He's only come to steal stuff. Bob that back on there. Find where the split pin just went. That's a very springy split pin. I actually think it's stainless. Take that off. Hang on. Now, I've got a battery. I think you can see that. Yep, you can. I'm not even going to properly hook this up. I'm just going to rest them on. That'll be fine. Oh, well, the LEDs have just lit up. Look at that. So yep, that does isolate the winch. It's actually tight enough for me. That's awesome, it works. Set the power off. Yes! Beryl's got a working winch. Oh, it's been a long time coming, guys. I tell you, it's been a long time. She's definitely getting there. Yay! I've pulled Bedge back in. As I suspected, the cables are too short to reach the battery. So what I'm going to do now is order a set of longer cables. I'll just make them up. I'm just going to order 4 meters of black and red cable to reach the battery, and I'll just cut them down to fit. It's a pain because I would have thought, as it was sold with a Land Rover bumper and winch, and it's made by Terrafirma, the cables might have reached. You know, it's one of them, isn't it? It's like, so if you're buying one, remember the cables aren't going to be long enough to reach the battery box in a Defender. If you're putting it on a Disco or anything else, no problem. It's just you're going to need the longer cables. You're going to need to extend them. So I'm going on the internet. Hey, I got an extension kit for the wiring. Now I've got a Terrafirma one. This is part number TF3309, and there's a reason for getting the Terrafirma one. It's the cheapest one I could find. Even making the kit myself, if I ordered the cable, the clips, everything I needed to extend the wires, would have cost me more than ordering a pre-made kit. So this is the right one for the winch. So we've got that, and it's a 4 meter extension. In fact, I'll tell you exactly what it says on here. Terrafirma extension winch cable. That's it, that's all it says. But I know they're 4 meters, so it's 4 meters of cable. And I need something to open now. Found a razor blade. So it's 4 meters of neutral. And because it's the right one for the winch, it's going to be rated right. Short extension for the positive. 3.7 meters of positive cable to go from the winch to an isolator switch. Just an ordinary isolator switch. And I don't know if I'm going to put it in. I know you should, but I don't think I'm going to. I'll see. If I've got room to put it in, I'll put it in. But I really think I'm running out of space to actually fit this. We'll see. But anyway, we've got all the bits. So let's get on with it. So it looks like I have got room to fit this isolator. It's going to go in, yeah, you can't actually see, but down here at the front, and the wires will come through on the inside, so that looks like the best place to put it. And because it's such a long run of cables, it's probably a good idea to put that in. At least if they ever chafe through, we've got the ability to turn the power off to the cables. So yeah, I mean, I could do it through a solenoid, but I've got an isolator switch now, so I'm going to do that. So that's going to work for us. So first things first, drill a hole. First found a drill bit that big. Well, I guess on second thought, I don't actually need to drill a hole that big, do I? I actually need to drill a hole that big, because I can push it in from the back and just put the bolts through. And that way I'll just have like the head of it protruding through to the switch, rather than having that going through the panel that way. I'll have this coming through that way, if you understand what I mean. I'll show you as I'm doing it, but rather than cutting all that metal out, I just need to cut that much metal out. So I just need to drill one smaller hole, like 20 mil, something like that, and then just pull that through. The one thing I don't like is these two exposed terminals in the battery box, so I'm going to get a couple of winch boots, you know, the rubber boots that go on the back of your winch cables. So just some terminal boots, that's what they're called, to cover them. I just don't like them being exposed. Not that there's anything else in the battery box, you know, but if you do drop something in there, it's going to be a hell of a flash, isn't it? So yeah, I'd definitely say get some boots for that, but I'm going to have to order them. Wish I'd ordered them when I'd ordered this. But right, let's drill some holes. So I had a look at the best place to put this, and I think I'm going to put it somewhere around there. Not that you can really see. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. So here. So reasonably high up on the seat box. So there, so that I can run one wire straight down and out, and I'll do the other one in a loop, and then like I say, I'll get the terminal boots to go over this, and I don't think it gets in the way of anything there, which is good, and I don't have a lot sticking out the other side except for the key, which will go on the lanyard so everything stays together. Right, I'll drill some more holes and bolt that in, and I'll come back once oh, actually, no, I can just move that out of the way now. That's ace. So just, there you go, a nice neat hole in there. So all I've got coming through this side will be that. There's a couple of more holes drilled, so now a couple of M6 nuts and bolts and some washers, and that'll all be hidden away. Oh, drop the bolt. That was good, I've just put it in upside down. 50-50 chance, eh? Want it that way up. I guess doing it this way, it's all correct, isn't it? And especially if ever one of the cables frays through. No, gone. Where's it gone? All the way back. No, that's not it. It's a metal box. How can you lose it? I can't even see it. I'll be back. So that's what we've got at the back, just those two terminals coming through to the switch, and like I said, I am going to get 2 terminal boots for that. I don't like those bare cables sticking out like that. And that's all we've got coming out at the front. So if I can find the key and hold the camera. So in the off position it can sit like that, and you've just got to flick it up to arm the winch. So that can live on the lanyard, so it's never in, unless we need the winch. Like I say, it'll just stick through the rubber matting. Once the rubber matting's back in, that's all you've got sticking through. So isn't that neat? I think that's quite good, though. I like it when they're just neat like that. And if I can turn the camera around, I think that's focusing. I've just put the earth lead on as well while I was in there. So let's connect up the power now. I've got the short jumper lead to go on, so we'll put that on first. And the beauty of it is now, none of it's live, so it's dead easy to work on. I'm going to loosely put these on first. Now I can work it out to get that onto there. Oh, it'll go on dead easy actually. So that'll just go to there. Can you see that? There's my hand in the way. There you go. Just to the battery. That goes on really neatly actually. Back not. Connect that one on like that. Make sure that one's in between. I know you can't see this very well, guys. My hands are in the way. I'll give you a close up once it's done. Sure you know what a battery connection looks like. Thing is to make sure this is good and tight and clean. In fact, I'm going to. Oh, I see what's happening. Right, okay. That's not going to be very tight. Luckily here we've got plenty of clearance. At this point you don't want to touch the spanner against the body. I'm going to leave that connected to there because I don't want it touching anything because it will short out, but I'm not going to tighten it up yet. That's quite neat. The battery cover goes there. We do have a rubber boot that covers all the other bits. So that's good. Right, I'll get underneath and pull the cable through. Right, now I've pulled the cables all the way through, which, trust me, is a feat in itself. Just need to take the control box back off. And the nice thing about this is, the control box is super accessible. So what we need to do, we need to get to that cable. Yeah, that one. Now the cables that we're putting in now are about 700mm too long. I was thinking about cutting them down, but is it worth it? I've got to work out how this comes apart now. This may take a few minutes. I can see one screw, there's one hiding in there. I think the other one, so just, no, it's held in screws. I can't get into that one because it's under the rubber boot. Great, that's the only one they put in with a rubber boot. Bugger. Let's take that out and see what happens. Just got to watch the LEDs, because there's LED lights in this box as well. Oh, we need to get to that. That's the one we need to get to. That wasn't too bad, was it? Putting it back in might be a different matter. Try not to scratch this up too much. Right, find me 13mm spanner. That's good, I've only just unbolted that and I've lost the bolt. Oh yeah. I should say nut, not bolt. Someone will complain that I said bolt. I know. Click. That's going to be tight. I wasn't wrong. That is tight to get back on. There we go. Right, let's see if we can get this back together. I think that's gone in. Yep. The wires look like they're pinched. That's good. Can't get the remote control unit back in. Oh, come on, get back in. Okay. That's all back together, hooray! Just check that I haven't pulled any wires off. Come on, line up. The moment of truth, guys. Does it actually work? I've just turned the isolator on and nothing exploded. The blue LEDs turn on the front to let you know that it's actually got power. So I'll do it with the remote rather than the plug, just to make sure the remote works. Because we've had the control box apart, so out. Yep. It works! Wow, I'll turn that off. Well, that's been a job. It's been as much fun as it always is to fit a winch and get it in neatly. But it's in. That's awesome. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Fitting the Terrafirma winch and winch bumper and all the ins and outs of it. So if you enjoyed the video, give me that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It does help us. And I will see you on the next one.